right, hey guys, how's it going? It's I almost called it Saturday. It's not. It's Friday. I'm running. I'm excited about the weekend. Apparently, trying to fast
It's
forward.
probably Saturday. I think it's Saturday in Australia. So
That's right. Some
all the
of you
Aussies out
watching
there.
probably got Saturday going on, but for us in Colorado, it's Friday, and that means it's time to live stream. So we are gonna do just that. I am Aaron. I am gonna be doing some modeling today, and in our ears is my buddy Jody Gates.
That's me. I'll try and crunch less.
That's right. Jody Crunchy Gates, as they call him. Um, and we're gonna have a fun. We have a fun model today. So this model is something that it's. We haven't actually done this model before, but we've done sessions like this before, where we take machine drawings. So drawings of very accurate pieces of metal that need to be machined and model them. In the past, we've done just like CAD practice drawings that we've taken and put them together. This is a series of parts that actually connects to make a small steam engine. So we've actually done one like this before. It's been years now, but we were actually Jody and I were just reminiscing how during the pandemic when we were all locked in. I think it was you and I were the ones who decided to do it, right? To start going
Yeah.
live 3 times a
We're
week.
yeah, yeah, it was completely, I don't know, maybe we're bored. I don't know what we were doing.
Yeah, we were just cranking them out. We figured everybody's locked in. Let's stay connected as best we can. So we started streaming Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at noon. We would do a Q&A one time. We would do a big build, which is like the models we do now, building or something like that. And then we would do a machine part session where we would take these CAD drawings and model them in 3D just from the dimensions and that kind of thing. And it was pretty cool. I enjoyed that.
I think those are some of the funner ones we did was,
Yeah.
I mean, not to throw shade on the other ones, but yeah, uh, doing these types always felt like, you're having to dig into being back in school, doing drawings from school or something like that. And sometimes there's math. So that was fun.
Yeah. We'll try to skip the math, I promise. I'll do my best to
It was
minimize
fun
that.
for me.
Yeah. Jody likes when I stumble. And math will do that. Yeah, so hey, hi everybody. We're multi-streaming again this week, so we are on multiple platforms. So hello to the LinkedIn crew, the YouTube crowd, the Facebook folks, and then of course our Twitter followers. So welcome all, and from all over the world too. People are
Do we
actually
call
typing what I assume is hello in a language I can't read. So
it's basically English in another language.
oh, okay. Well, international hello to you all. All right, we should probably go do some SketchUpping.
I feel like it's supposed to be sketch upping.
Yeah, something like that. All right. Cool. So yeah, we're trying this thing, which this is new for me. I haven't done this yet. These are not my thoughts. These are despite where they are above my head. These are your comments. So because we're streaming on multiple platforms, you guys, of course, in your own platform will only see your thing. But if great comments come across from somewhere else, they'll fly by as well. Okay, so we're gonna hop right into this. I did share a screenshot of the model that we'll be using. I accidentally just muted Jody. Sorry, I saw that my microphone's on the overhead camera just a little bit. Can't have that. That's a thing that'll bother me. Be like, why is that black thing on the edge of the screen? And nobody else will ever have thought about it.
Wait, which black thing?
Yeah, see,
I'm
I fixed it already.
confused by. Oh, okay, good. I'm confused by I have like too many tabs now. I need
Yeah.
like 2 more monitors to be able to track all the things.
Keep an eye on all those platforms, will you? I did post a picture that I'm about to import on our forum, so forums.sketchup.com. Jody can actually post a link to the exact topic that it's in. But I'm going to go ahead and grab that image, and I'm just going to grab it and throw it on the ground. We've done different things in the past for reference images, like do watermarks in the corner. I'm a big fan of opening images on a second monitor to reference. But for something like this, we're going to be referencing dimensions right off the page. Kind of just dropping on the ground as an image is the best solution in my opinion. So I'm going to import, grab this screenshot. I'm going to import it as an image, not as a texture. And I'm just going to slap that, just double click to drop it on the ground just how it is. So I'm not modeling to scale. I'm not going to try to put this to exact scale and trace it. I really just want to reference the images. So if I can, like, as we do a piece, I'll just try to figure out where that piece is on the drawing and then model from there. Try to make it as difficult as possible to read those comments. If I get my words in the right spot, it should really, yeah, look at that. Good luck reading those comments. I don't know what I got against these comments. Apparently they offend me or something.
It's just the fact that they're there, being all busy in your face.
Yeah. Yeah. What the heck, comments? Okay. Enough of that. Let's do this thing. So this is a steam engine. This particular steam engine is called a Muncaster. And what this drawing is, so there is a website that shares these. It actually has multiple information about steam engines too, but then they also share these drawings. Very, very cool. We've used some of these before. Great reference for machining. So I don't know if you want to practice machining too. It's probably a good thing there too. If you fire up your lathe and make some cool metal shapes. That'd be cool.
So Kegi pointed out there are 2 different live feeds. That must be what I was seeing earlier. There's both things. If you go to the SketchUp page on YouTube, you see 2 different things. One is waiting to start and the other one is already started. So already technical problems.
I would say click on the one that has started.
That's what I did. I was in the wrong one as well.
Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, we'll figure that out too. This is my first time using Restream in years. We did this back in the old building, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been many years. All right. So let's hop into this thing. I kind of feel like I want to start at the bottom and just work my way up. So as I look at this 3D model, which looks suspiciously like it may have come out of SketchUp possibly, I feel like I'm going to start with this base, work up to this base, get this pillar in, just kind of just work upwards. No particular reason. It's not like I have to do thing, but I do feel like I want to, that's the order I want to go. So my dimensions in here are all in millimeters. Everything in here is going to be called out in how many millimeters it is. I don't want to model in millimeters because that's going to make stuff really small. It's going to limit the amount of detail I can put in. How many facets can I put on a rounded piece? That's going to be limited if I model real small. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to probably model everything in meters. So this piece right here is 120 millimeters wide. I'm going to model it as 120 meters instead. So to do that, I'm going to start by going up to my model info. I'm going to click on units and I'm going to say I want to do decimal and I want to do, not inches, but meters. And I'll just change everything to meters. All right, that's the important stuff. I am going to disable length snapping. That's nothing but a heartache. Don't play with that. I gotta remember to stop dropping stuff over here in the danger zone. Come here.
The danger zone. I mean, if I had a soundboard, I would totally be playing that.
I know. Matt's rolling over somewhere and uncomfortable and not sure why.
I'm sorry, Matt.
Yeah.
I failed you.
All right, so first piece we're going to do is this one right here. So this looks like it is 120. So I'm going to start by just drawing a line 120 meters. That's going to give me an idea of how big. Oh, okay. Going to need to scale up my drawing.
Make it bigger.
That's right. Grab this. Something like that. That looks a little better. Okay, so that is 120. Oh man, immediately they're asking me to do math. First piece.
That's probably the only time it'll ask.
I just feel it's rude. Oh, hey, wait. All right, I didn't do math. I did deductive reasoning. 17 and a half, 17 and a half, leave 65 in the middle. Over here, oh no, it's 27.5. Totally different. Dang it. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm not going to do math. I'm going to refuse. 17.5, one line. 65, second line. 17.5, done. No maths.
Boom. That's the beauty of SketchUp right there.
That's right. Nope.
Right? Just,
You can't make me do math. You're not the boss of me. All right. This whole thing is 25 tall. Right there. And then looks like on the front, it has a 30-degree angle here, 4 meters up. So what I'll do is I'm going to come up 4 meters, draw a line on top of the line, and I'm going to draw a big old line like that. I'm going to take that line. I accidentally did some math. I'm going to rotate that 60 degrees because 60 degrees is 90 minus the 30 degrees. I could...
More math.
I know. I'm sorry. I lied a little bit. I could take this line and rotate it back 30 degrees, but what I'd end up with, because the arc, it would end like right here, and then I would have to add another line on top, which would give me a break there, so I ran it that way. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't offend anybody by mathing just then. Whoa. What's going on here? All right. There we go. Cool. Moving on. There is looks like a little chamfer, 5 meters.
Sure. Looks like a 5-meter chamfer. You know, I heard that the Statue of Liberty was designed in SketchUp and they had upscaled it so that they could do stuff like this. And then when they hit print, they accidentally just printed it as big as the whole statue, and that's why it's so big.
Yeah, you got to remember to scale it back down for you export.
Yeah.
All right. So what I did there was I offset these 3 sides and then pushed it down 5. So it gives me 5 over, 5 down, which is this beautiful 45 degrees. Except, of course, it caused problems right here because I pulled that down, made weirdness. So there's a couple things I could do right now. What I could do is I might run this line up like this. Maybe something like that. I don't know. Basically, I was thinking I could move this back far enough that it would be in line with this, but I'm not quite sure how I would go about figuring out where that is. So what I'll probably do instead, I don't know. You know, the thing I like about SketchUp is you can kind of just develop the tools and workflows that work for you. So when I have stuff like this, I want to chop it off. I've spent a lot of time trying to figure angles and that kind of stuff. Why am I doing that? I know this runs up here, draw a line across, I'll select this, intersect faces with model, and then I can just delete all this stuff, and I've got that cut back. I could have done that in the opposite order too. I could have put the chamfer on the 3 sides first, and then come back and cut this off. That would have worked too. One of the things, we've talked about this before, one of the things I like about SketchUp, this is going to sound a little funny, but it kind of lets me just roll. I can just go in there and just start putting geometry in, and I don't have to worry about the exact math or location. And it's really nice for the way that I think about design to just go in and just start just laying stuff down. So that's kind of how that worked. So I'm going to grab this, make it a component. I'm going to call it.
So it lets you be lazy. Is that what I'm hearing? Is that the proper interpretation?
I probably wouldn't argue with that. Yeah. Let's say that.
Okay.
It lets me design lazy. Okay. No, wait, no. I got a better way to say that. It lets me expend the least amount of energy necessary.
Oh, nice. Efficiency.
That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, I'm an efficient designer. I'm not messing around with the stuff I don't know. I'm not good at doing. All right. I have a couple screw holes to throw in here. It says pilot hole.
Man, people keep trickling in from all over the world.
Welcome.
Moscow, New Zealand, Sweden. We're hitting everywhere. So New Zealand, there you go. Somebody checking in on Saturday.
Hey,
right?
Welcome. All right, I'm going to use some reference lines. I don't do this very often. Watch this. I'm going to pull this edge up 27.5, and then I'm going to move it up another 65. Wait a minute. I don't think that's right. Oh, because it's going the wrong way. Never mind.
I feel like I want to watch. I want to watch the stream on one of the other one of the different channels because it's so much higher quality. Me watching from the Hangout where we're actually real time, you're just all fuzzy. You keep zooming in and out on that,
Oh,
and I
man.
can't read any of that text. But if I look over on Facebook, it's crystal clear.
That is nice. That's one of the things we're hamstrung is that Jody and I are on a Google chat right now talking to each other, or he's watching me, so we can see it real time.
So apparently Eric is on the other YouTube channel, being all kinds chatty, throwing out trivia. I don't know how to fix that.
Shut him down.
Yeah, go away. Shoo.
All right, I'm just gonna throw a 2 meter circle here. So 1 meter, and then I'm just gonna. So one of the nice. So you guys know, I do a lot of. I don't use reference lines very often, but one of the nice things about them is they can cross over each other, and it doesn't trim anything. I can draw circles on top of them. I have to go back and clean those up afterwards. So there's definitely an upside to doing that, and that was it. All right, I have 2 more holes in this thing, and they are right here, normal to the face, 12.5 down. So I will grab this, pull this up the surface, 12.5, and then how far in are they? 24. So grab this line, 24, grab this line, 24, grab another circle, right on here, 1, right here, 1, and I want to pull this through. I don't know exactly how much. Oh, that looks really close to the edge. Well, I guess they are. Okay. That was too close to the edge. I'll come back to that. Actually, hold up. I want to check something. I want to check that I didn't do something stupid. I'm spending way too much time on this plate, by the way. I did do something stupid.
Yeah, we got a clock here. Come on, you're on a timer.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to push
when I went
this
through and I fixed that piece before, I didn't fix it right. I did not. I just drew a line following the edge. I didn't take into account that I messed the edge up. So,
Oh, I saw a comment. There was a comment on LinkedIn. Someone said you dropped it to 30 degrees, or you changed it whenever you did something.
I did.
When you moved down, it changed to 30-degree angle. So,
yeah, that is 100% true. Bonus point for somebody. All right, so I'm just going to use
Mihai.
hold. Thank you, Mihai.
Randy said he's watching this on his big screen. It's crystal clear on
Ooh.
YouTube, on his big screen TV. I feel like the definition of big screen has changed since whenever I used to call things big screen.
Yeah.
Back in the day, big screen meant projector, and it, get up to 4 feet or something like that. I don't know now.
What is
I feel like my 50-inch TV is small.
All right, I did something. I don't even know what's going on right now. What
Stitch
is?
It. Yeah.
This is the first piece. All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm not messing around anymore. I don't have time to mess around anymore. So I'm just gonna pull all of this back out. And then I'm just gonna retilt a line.
Remember earlier where
I
you're
was
like,
saying I should have done this. I should have done. Yeah.
Yep. Remember when you said the nice thing about SketchUp is that I don't have to think about whatever you were not thinking about, because you definitely
my words
come back to bite you in the butt.
All right. So I'm gonna take this, grab it. You know, one of the real problems is All the talking. I just sometimes need to
Just shut up.
shut it. Okay. Well, it has been said before that people do enjoy seeing me fail, so
That's why we're here.
congratulations. All right, there we go. Looks better. Still looks close. Still looks close to the end there, but a little further back. All right, that's enough. Overtime. Let's do this. All right, so I'm going to move this line in. What did I say? 24. Let's move along this face. 24. This one. Back. 24. And then up, it's going up, or no, down from the top, 12.5.
Now, did we do, not this one, but did we do a steam engine before back when we were doing this? Or what was, we built some sort of machine thing?
We did. So we made another steam engine. And actually, I should point out that, well, hold on. I gotta do this first. I'm gonna try on X-ray as I do this, as I pull it in. It doesn't have a depth, but I'm just gonna make sure I'm not interfering with this other. Yeah, so I'll go in, say, that far. It's a pilot hole. Doesn't even have a dimension. You don't even deserve a dimension. All right. There we go. Okay. Piece 01 is done. Yes, we did had two pistons that went back and forth. And I remember at the end, that was one of those things. I don't know if I finished it. I think we might have been on there for like 2.5 hours, and I may have tapped out and had to go finish it after the stream. There's a lot of parts.
And probably just like last time, Dave had already done it all. Posted his results.
That's why I waited till half an hour before the stream to post the image so nobody could show up and go, "Oh, I did it." Excuse me.
Of course, Dave did anyway.
Yeah, Dave actually messaged me and said he's excited about the stream, but was not going to be able to join us. So that was a bummer.
He probably was not going to join us because he'd already done it. He's like, whatever, I lived it.
All right, I'm going to work on this plate above, and this is 6510. So I believe this is square. Yep. So it's 65 plus 10 plus 10. All right, I'll be honest. That's math I can do. I don't want to brag. I can do that math.
That's pretty sweet. I'm really impressed. Way to go.
So I'm going to cut this question off. Why did I do that? And why did I not draw that as a rectangle? The answer is because I did not. And there's nothing more to it than that. That's just what I did. Sometimes as I'm reading dimensions like that, I'd rather draw lines. And I don't know. Rectangle tool just didn't make it into my like foundational fundamental tool the way that line did. I'm going to draw a line 10 over, grab an arc, pull this in like this till I hit magenta, double click, and then I'm just going to double click on each corner. Give me that 10 round right there. All right, now what we got to do, we got to give this thing some depth. 6 millimeters thick. It's not giving me information about this right here though. That's 6, maybe that's 2. You guys buy that? So I'll go up. I'm going to go up 4. I'm going to offset 2. I'm going to grab this piece, move it vertically 2. And that gives me that shape. That's pretty close to what I got there.
I feel like if it were me, I would have done the holes first because it would be easier to reference off of the flat edges. Or does that line up with the ends? Did that create the perfect spot? Is the center of that hole basically where each of those lines were you created?
Oh yeah, because it's 10, 10. Fortunately, make this group. I got this. You're right. Drawing holes on a flat before you extrude saves you some time. But because the bottom is still flat, I should be able to come in here. There's that word, should be able to inference that corner There we go. And then pull out a hole that is 4 to 5 plinths.
I don't know.
Uh, place a hole here.
I got. Yeah, I'll allow it. I can't think of what that could possibly mean. Luckily, there's a bunch of people that can answer.
Yeah, smart people. What you got? Oh, it does say 2mm chamfer. I just caught that, so I got that right. 1 point for me. Yeah. Anybody know what 5-4 PL means?
If anybody's answering, they're taking a moment. Dramatic pausing.
I like it. It means R10. No, that's not right. R10,
but it does say R10 over there.
Yeah, so the R10 is calling out this radius of this piece right here to the center of that radius, which is 10 in. 4 places. Yeah, I saw that on the key. The PL means places. So does that mean like I can just pick 4 spots I like and go measure them?
I guess.
All right, we'll go with 5mm times 4 holes. Oh, okay, yeah.
Could you just use the same size hole that you put in the base?
That's right. It's saying that -4 plate So okay, outer diameter 5mm 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, that is what it is. I gotta do these more often because I remember that. I remember decoding that once before, and I appreciate a smart person like who got that for us first. Chris Steer over on YouTube called that, and yeah, last time I had that issue, somebody helped me out then too. Yeah, so I'm just gonna copy those 4 holes, and then I got some 4mm holes right at the center. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna grab this, drag it to center, drop it there, pull a line in 27.5, and then grab that one and make it 30. And then two more circles. I'm just doing a standard 24-sided circle too, by the way. Yeah, just pointing that out. There we go.
I love the idea of saying a standard 24-sided circle because the circle doesn't have 24 sides.
No,
but
as SketchUp circle is. Yeah. All right, and that finishes this piece. Boom. I am going to leave screws, springs, those kind of things off till the end. I want to get my main pieces in first. My screws, I'm not going to go through and model the threads. Sometimes you blank on a word. Oh, yeah. So I'm not going to model threads. So wait a minute. Something's not right. I got a dimension off somewhere. I think it's right here. Oh, it is 120 by 100.
So I don't know if there's any feedback on this last show, but at least Sandy's not appreciating the chat going on above your head. It's a little distracting. I could completely see that.
Okay, thank you. We're experimenting, guys, so no offense taken by any feedback you have for us. All right, so I got my dimensions goofed.
I love how we're doing just basic blocks right now.
And I'm struggling so hard.
And there's a whole lot of harder stuff coming.
Oh, it's true. It's just going to get worse. All right, but this is kind of a cool opportunity to show mistakes happen. I know I'm not the only one who does this. So I stretch the block. The dimensions of the actual screws, I think, holes are still correct. So I'm just going to grab them, and I'm going to line them right back to the middle. I just did that by drawing. There we go. back to the center. Get rid of these lines. All right, obviously it's a little bit off, so I'm going to go ahead and flip this again. I'm honestly trying to decide, like, should I have just redrawn this at this point? But right now, I think I'm so close. 27.5. All right, that's all we need. Grab these 4 holes, make sure I don't have anything else selected. And pull them center of the hole, back to that edge. All right, now we should be back to golden. Yeah, that's further away from the front. Oh boy. I should call it there. We'll pick this up in 3 weeks when it's my turn to model again.
Yeah, I gotta go. It's interesting that the holes you put in that little plate are so much bigger than the pilot holes in the base.
Let's see if we check in here. Nope, don't see the holes.
Nope. Yeah, still don't line up.
Yeah, so they're obviously too far over. Let me check something here. 17.5.
Randy points out that the learning isn't seeing that you've made a mistake, but rather the technique you're using to fix them.
It says they're 17.5 and 17.5, so they're the right. Oh, I'm not centered here. I'm too far over. Okay, no problem. Watch this. Use the center point, snap to center point, and boom, baby. All right, we're good again. Jeez.
Wow. That's funny how it looked completely wrong until it didn't.
Yeah. I'm guessing these holes are larger because these are the size of the thread. This piece is wood, so these pilot holes are small. So I'm assuming it's a wood screw, yeah, that drops through this hole and secures it.
Yeah, wood screw. Yeah, Lawrence also chimed in and said the top holes are clearance holes.
Got it. We got clearance. All right. Well, I didn't name this. I didn't make it a component.
Yeah, when was the last time you saved?
I tapped it. I really did.
Okay, all right. All right, Bill was checking in on you.
Wait a minute. Is this the base plate? This is 01. Oh, this is just called this one's just called wood.
Well, there you go. Of course it would be.
We're gonna call it 00 though, so it looks like the rest of them. See, that is so like a machinist to diss wood like that.
Ooh.
All right, there we go. All right, now let's get on a roll. Let's make some stuff. Okay, up next we have this column. This column is like the perfect example of machine part modeling that we've done so many times before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to model this piece here and then start subtracting some geometry from it. And then we'll do like just a circular follow me up here to create the tapered column piece and then a model box on top. So it'll just be a 3-step process. So we'll start here with the actual base. So this is 16 by 30 plus 12, 42. I did math again. I'm not even trying. Man, I've just really gotten really good at it. I'm going to bring that up 5. Then how wide is this piece? Oh, right here. No. Like I'm missing it. Missing something. Missing a dimension. I don't think it's 16. That would make it square.
Sure. Let's see.
So here's 6.
So many numbers.
Yeah, 8 plus 8 is right here. That's this thickness. We got that. I'm trying to figure out how far to come in from this to this. I'm thinking that this is centered in this piece, which would make this 12 over, which would make it 9 plus 9, which would make it 18.
Yeah, but eyeballing that, it doesn't look like it's that center doesn't look like it's a center between the wall and the end or the edge. Lauren said it's 4 plus 5 plus 4 plus 4 plus 5.
I thought so too, but what about this piece is not? See that?
Yeah, yeah.
So that would give us 18. So if this is 1 millimeter, no, 2 millimeters.
Bill said it's 15 left of center. Does that work? Could you do that? Oh, there you go.
It's not. That's the hole. That's to the hole.
That's the center of the hole.
All right, I want to tell you guys a secret. Every time we did this, we found one drawing that had a missing dimension. Sometimes we could work our way back into it. Sometimes this was our solution. So yeah, based on this, so here's my thinking, you guys, is that this looks like it's centered in this piece of material, which would make it 6 and 6, which means out of 21 here, I would be at 9, so it'd be 18 wide. So let me just play with that and see. Let me see how that works. I'm gonna pull that up 32. Or put the other dimensions in. If we find out that that's causing a problem, that I guessed that, we'll come back and we'll adjust. We can always adjust. All right, now I have 20 up, 1 in, up 7. So I'm actually gonna grab this line and move it up 20. And I'm gonna grab that again, move it up 7. I'm gonna pull this back 1. That gives us that little indent. These holes are 6, and then they drop to 3.5. And then they're actually joined by the front. So what we'll do is we'll go on the side 16.4 up. So I'm going to come right here. 16.4. That's right there. That hole's centered, and it is 6. So get rid of this. I'm going to take it. I'm going to copy it from this wall to this wall. So I have it on both sides. Reverse that. And then according to this, I push in 4. And then inside each of those, we have another hole that is 3.5. So I'm going to come in here, grab another circle, go to the middle. Half of 3.5 is 1.75. I'm going to copy that again from one side to the other. I don't know what happened there. And then those get pushed in 5 each. So I'm going to take that, push it back 5. And we'll look at it at X-ray and see if we got the same thing going on. Oh, they touch. They touch.
That's not going to work.
So that was the test, was to see if that would work or not, but it did not leave us any space there. So just to verify, here out to the outside wall should be 9. It is. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just grab each of these walls and move them out 1. So I'm going to grab like this. I'm going to grab that. Move this way 1. Grab this. Move this way 1. Now I got to fix this thing in the middle. here's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. I'm going to draw a line right here to close that face. I can't see anything. Pull that this way 1. Come on the other side. And I'm going to option pull that this way 2. Options, of course, can give me a new face. Does it look centered? Does it look off center?
I can't tell looking at it like this.
Yeah, I'm gonna delete this face. All right, let's.
It does look off center. It looks closer. Looks like it's closer to the right
5,
side.
4, 5, 4.
How neat.
Neat. All right, so this needs to go back 1. Now 5, 5. That I feel confident about. That is this. I don't know anything about anything else. I don't know how anything else is going to pan out, but right now, we got this. All right, let's intersect some holes. So we have more 3.5 holes right here at the front at the same height, at this 16.4. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the dimension line up, 16.4. And then let's see, look at them from the front. They're just right here. I guess they hit the edge. Okay, that makes sense. So if I was to pull a construction line from here, pull this to the center, and then I'll pull it 1. And I'll pull 1. Now what I want is a circle that is 3.5. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just draw this over here. 1.75.
Bill is wondering how far we're going to get today. I'm kind of wondering that now myself.
What are we at? We're not even at an hour yet. Some of these parts are literal rods, so there's some stuff that's not going to take us any time at all. All right, so I'm going to pull that through right to the middle.
And then he commented that you're using guides, which we've never seen before.
This is pretty much the only modeling I do this on. All right, I'm going to grab. I don't need this end. I'm going to grab this and this. Right click, intersect face with selection, and I can delete this, this, and this. Now my holes connect together. Same thing over here.
On this side.
Delete, select, right click, intersect with selection. Delete, delete, delete. Those holes are done. I'm getting this thing done. All right, let's figure out where this top hole is. This top hole is 30 above the center of those previous holes. So let's go ahead and draw a line right there temporarily. Grab a guide, pull it up. I already forgot what I said. No, it's not 30 up. That's up there. 31 from the ground. Okay.
The 31. Oh, yeah. Okay.
31. And then right in the center of that, we have another hole. That's 4. And that goes all the way through. Okay. Go to 2. That goes all the way through. All right. Yeah, less talky, more modelly, clicky boy. All right. And then right here, I'm going to just drop these in real quick right now. 6 in. And 6 in. This was my problem, was I assumed 4? Yeah, so 2. My assumption here was what caused me the problems, assuming that these holes were centered. I thought the chamfer was making them look like they're a little off center, but they actually are a little off center. All right, that's done. Now we got this thing right here. So what I'm going to do for this, I'm going to keep doing some more guides. You guys, I'm starting to like guides. I feel like I've betrayed myself.
When they work, they work.
It's pretty sweet. All right, so this is this dimension, 8. The overall height, well, I guess I'll draw this in blocks since that's how it gives it to me. So I got a section that goes up 5. Draw that. Then I have a section that goes up 6. Draw that. And again, this right here is where it would be cool to have this on my second monitor zoomed in so I could just turn my head and pull dimensions rather than jumping back and forth like this.
Yeah, that's what I've moved the printout over to the second monitor so that I keep getting dizzy. I would get dizzy if I were having to zoom over to that every time I needed a new measurement.
Absolutely. All right. Now, here this is telling us we have a little arc that is 12, so it's 6 inches in from the edge. So if I come this way, 6. That's what I got. So it wants an arc from here to here. Let's get that in. I'm gonna go ahead and say boom, boom on that, boom.
Yeah,
Which
this
should
is
give us
one of those cases where when you get a hit, follow me in a minute, everybody will just go, or they won't. Maybe they won't. I don't know.
I hope so. I really do hope so. 6. Oh, this goes out to 18. That's why I'm like, this doesn't look right. So this is 9. I didn't have room for half a circle there. So this should go hit right there on the edge. Oh, love it when a plan comes together.
Eventually.
Eventually. I'll take it. I take eventually. All right. 7 point. I have to divide 7.3 in half? Come on, man. Okay, I'm not doing that. Here's what I'm going to do. Watch this. I'm going to draw a line. I'm going to come right up off top. I'm going to draw it 7.3. And then I'm going to select it by the middle point, and I'm going to drop that right there. That's going to give me
Look at
that
that.
endpoint.
Life hack.
That's right. Math's for suckers. Sorry, math lovers. All right. And then I have at the top, this box is 14. Well, it's 7. So I'll come this way and I'll come 7. Puts it right here. I don't even care what that is. I just want to see where that line was going to be. It says R3. So I don't. This can be kind of tricky. Well, here, I'm going to code this way. I'll come 3. I'll draw an arc from there. Let's see if I can get tangent. There we go. Okay. Not so tricky after all. I was lying to you. Cool. All right, there we go. So I have the profile of this column. So now all I have to do is spin it around a circle. So I'm going to grab a circle. I'm going to hover it up just above like that. Select the edge of the circle. I'm going to hit follow me, which I don't even think I've assigned to a shortcut key yet, which is kind of weird. Nope.
Nope.
There we go. And we got that column.
Boom.
Save. All right. Moving on. That 14-inch.
You're starting to find your flow. It feels like you're finding your flow.
I do. I feel
You're
good
starting
right
to
now.
believe.
7, and then it is 16 tall. 8 plus 8. I'm good at doing my double digits. You know, I can double a number pretty quick. So come back over this way. 7.
Or multiply it times 10.
14. Yeah. Oh, my tens. I've had those down for years.
You keep saying inches, and it's being noticed.
Ooh, am I? I'm sorry. I'm just so programmed.
Luckily, this doesn't care what you say. It's set up to only be accepting meters.
Very, very true. All right. I don't actually have a dimension of the head this way, so it doesn't look like it's square. Oh, it's square this way. So that's this. So wider on the front. So I think I'm pulling this 8. And 8. Looks like it's a little slimmer on this side. Yes, than this side. Okay, cool. Let's see. I got a hole and a thingy on top. So my thingy on top, I got an 8. And then a bunch of numbers talking about things here. Let's start with the 8. Come here, find the middle. Come here, find the middle. 4. And that is pulled up 3. And inside that, I have a 2.5 circle. Which drops down into the middle of a different thing that I don't have yet. So I'm just going to go ahead and drop it right into the middle. It does look like there's a little bit of a, see a little chamfer right there. I'm going to go ahead and say that that is 1. So I'm going to offset this
Now,
circle.
did you end up going bigger than 14? Kind of looks like you're square instead of rectangle.
This side's square, this side's rectangle.
Oh, okay.
Which is what I was getting off this. There's no dimension here, so I'm assuming that's square. But yeah, then this side is rectangular. All right, on this side, I have 9. Let's start with that. 9. Center point. Center point. Half of 9 is 4.5. Go ahead and grab that while I have it. So I don't have to draw it twice. I'm just going to copy it to the other side. That comes out 4.5. 5. Reverse. That out 4.5. And the inside circle is 5. Okay. And then that goes all the way through. And then this and this, again, intersect faces with selection. So just a note on intersect. It seems like one could look at this and go, oh man, all that work, why didn't you just use solid tools to do that stuff? Solid tools is great if you have one piece that you want to pull out of another one. In this case, I'm just cutting empty circles. So if I had to go in and use solid tools, I'd have to create cutters every single time to chop the next piece out, and I don't want to do that. So yeah, in this case, a whole lot of just intersect faces instead is quicker than messing with solid tools. Except,
now, do you need to add a little chamfer to that?
no, I need to turn this whole thing, because look.
Oops.
Yes, there is a
That's
chamfer.
embarrassing.
I'm not going to mess with it. I'm sorry. Well, so what I would do, how I would get that chamfer in is I would just use joint push pull. No, round corner, Fredo corner. I would just go grab Fredo corner and do all that stuff at once. But I don't want to. If we have time at the end, I'll do that. I'll come back and grab that stuff. All right. So to turn this, I'm going to grab all these pieces and this face underneath. I want to make sure I don't get. Nope, actually, I don't even. Well, yeah, I do. Let's see what happens. It's gonna be interesting. I might have to do that a different way. I'm gonna need a line too. Oh, there we go. That was not right.
Whoa. That's fun.
Okay. So I'm gonna have to take this and make it a group, and then I can take.
Oh, you can't turn the whole thing because it's not a square.
That's true.
The rectangle was in the right orientation, wasn't it?
Is it? I just put the holes on the wrong side. Come on, man. Come on, man.
What is this, amateur hour?
Seriously, you ever heard of a thing called SketchUp? Shh. Sorry, guys. I feel like I've insulted y'all. All right, I'm gonna grab all of this, make it a group. And I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna rotate it 90 degrees.
Boom.
I'm almost there. All right, now I can get rid of this. Get rid of this. Explode this. And then grab this and this. Slide it back. See, that's why I shouldn't rush. Don't rush me, Jody. I'll get done when I get done.
This is all my fault. This is my fault. I take full responsibility.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now that's facing the right way, not in the square side. No, this says it's in the square side. Square side should be facing here.
What the what?
I'm done. Quit. Can't do it. All right. Well, fortunately, we all saw how to do this already. So let me explore. Third try is the same as the second. All right.
Boom. That worked a lot better that time.
No, wait. No. Why is this not square?
I don't know.
Okay. Oh my goodness, you guys. All right. It should be. Fourth try is the same as the second. All right.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
It hurts. It hurts bad. All right. I'm going to make this a group. I'm going to turn this 90 gall darn degrees. Get rid of that. Get rid of that.
Fix that.
Explode that.
Fix that.
I know, and the part that's killing me is I know there's people who are in the audience right now, and I haven't had a chance to look over at comments who pointed this out to me already. They're like, "Oh, by the way, you did it wrong," and I didn't have the common decency to look over and acknowledge that.
Yeah. Well, so Christopher is saying the face with the collar is not square.
Right.
I'm looking at that drawing. I mean, it's not square technically because it's got chamfers on the corners.
It's the thing I modeled as square. And the rectangular side is the side parallel to this.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. It looks right.
All right. I'm going to make this a component. I'm going to call this O2.
Where did you find this drawing, by the way?
A website called Google.
Oh, I've been there.
Mm-hmm.
I used to use it whenever I didn't know where everything was at. Yeah. Now I know where everything is at.
Before you knew where everything. Yeah, it's nice. So if I can inference the inside of this circle, and then use that circle to inference the center of this circle.
It's almost like you planned it.
All right, that looks like this drawing right here.
It does.
Sweating. Okay, this is an easy one. All right, this guy right here, this guy.
I can't wait to watch you do all the threads.
We talked about threads. All right, I'm gonna grab polygon, 6-sided, and draw it by the side, and it's gonna be 3.5. And then pull that up 2. And I'm going to draw a circle on top of that from the center, and that circle's going to be 3. And then another circle is going to be 1.75. And I'm going to pull that up 5. I'm going to grab that circle and copy it straight from one side to the other. And then this side down 4. That's what it says. It's not symmetrical. Grab that, make that a new component, 03, or 3. It's been a long time since I confused a 1 and a 3, so got that going.
Those are, I mean, it's understandable. They're hard words, hard numbers.
In, outlet, nipple. All right. Now, take that guy, rotate him 90 degrees, grab him by the top of the circle like this, and I'm going to stick that there. And then flush. And then here's what I'll do. I'll flip that along the middle of this whole assembly. And now I got 2. Not everything takes as long as this part number 2, or apparently the wood block with a couple corners shut off. All right, let's move on to 4. Here's part 4. Okay, here's what we're going to do for part 4. So I'm probably going to start with this circular section and then add this block on afterwards. I'm a little confused about the block. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's this. So 10.5 plus 10.5 is 21. So I'll start with a 10.
Look at that. This mathing is.
Yeah, and I typed it wrong. 10.5 right there.
Christopher Backer would like you to explain your flip trick.
So the way flip works, flip lets you select geometry, and then whatever plane you click on, it's going to flip it. I don't want to flip it around the middle, though. I want to flip it at the middle of this piece. I also want to make a copy, so I'm going to start by tabbing Option, which is giving that little plus, tells me it's going to make a duplicate. And then I drag this over to any middle point on this. So it could be any of these points that are at the middle. And when I release, it'll create that copy 180 degrees about the middle of this other piece. So that's what I was saying. Some of the stuff's going to go quicker. All right. This comes out 14 from the center. 14. This part comes up. 7 plus 15 plus 6. 21 plus 7, 28. This bottom piece has a depth of 3, so I'm going to pull this up 3. Then I'm going to offset to, let's see, where is my inner diameter is 16. I'll just draw a new circle, actually. I feel like I'm already pushing it with the amount of math I'm doing. Probably shouldn't keep that going. All right, and that is 48. So it's not going to let me go up 48 because I'm stopping right here. Unless I hit Option, then I can go up 48. I just have to make sure to come back and delete that extra circle there. All right, and that brings me to right here. And now I have this collar coming out, which is 32. So I'm just going to draw another circle, middle, 32. So half 32 is 16. And that has a depth of 4. 4. Trying to make these solid. I haven't really been going out of my way to make sure like I use solid tools or anything to make that happen. But generally speaking, this would be something that I would make sure was a fully solid piece as I did it.
trying to reverse engineer where you found this image because everybody wants the location. They want the goods.
I think, is there not a website on the drawing? I thought there was the name of the site was actually on there. I'd have to look. All right. That gives me the initial geometry of this. Now I got to come in and I got to drill some holes. I'm going to start at the top. M3. So I'm going to do this first one right here, right between these points right here. I'm going to use this again. I'm going to drag a line there. That's not going to, I can't go to the center of it though, because it's not actually an edge. I guess I will have to use an edge. Put a circle, 1.5. I'm going to get rid of.
I found it. Here it is.
And then I'll grab that circle. And because I don't want to do math, I'm going to do this. I'm going to copy it 360 degrees divided by 3. Or no.
Look at that. That's more complicated arithmetic. That's math. That's maths, not just addition or subtraction.
Yeah. Some people probably already know what 360 divided by 3 is, but, you know, good for them.
This is a good point where you can talk about why you're such a fan of using 24-sided circles or 12-sided arcs.
That's true. I could have leveraged that information and made myself look slightly smaller, but I did that wrong. Hold on. Undo, 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 undo. Okay.
Just keep on undoing.
Because I put it at the center of the collar. It's not at the center of the collar. It's 13 out from the center. So if I was to come right here and draw
center
a
of the
line
flange
over 13, yes, this is where that should be. Wait, 2? No, 1.5. 1.5.
Gosh bless Control Z.
Like I said, I know some people say that their favorite command is push pull, but that's just not it. That's not undo. It should be everybody's favorite command. 360 divided by 3. Oops. Option. There we go.
Do you have the thing turned on to where it shows you when you hit your hit keys?
I don't.
Oh.
I can. I have the technology. See, this is the problem with doing this every 3
You don't just leave it on all the time?
I forget.
What the heck?
Well, it does show up every time I start up, which I'm not a huge fan of. But yeah, I'm forgetting. I need a checklist, and then I got actually Matt, you guys all know, helps us out with these live streams. Co-hosts with Tyson, actually gave me a checklist. He's out today, but he did present me with a checklist, and I did not go look at it. That's on me. Okay, let's carry on here. There are
model the spring next.
3. There's 3 holes here. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'll do the spring if I have time. I'm going to leave it off to the end and then do one if we have time. All right, I have some holes here. So this one, 7 down. 4. Okay. So this is from the front. So let's draw a line down 7. Draw a circle on plane of 2. And then I'm just going to reverse and pull that, go all the way through. Looks like it does.
I can't tell if it's me or if it's just me and Randy, but like your audio kind of, it seems a little dodgy, like it kind of cuts in or in and out.
It's because I'm speaking incoherently and maybe mumbling to myself. Is that if I?
That could be. That could be.
That could be happening. I don't want to ruin any opinions anybody has of me, but sometimes when I'm winging it, I'm not 100% sure it's going to work out.
I do plenty of mumbling. I'm usually better about only mumbling whenever I'm doing stuff by myself, but I might be deluding myself into thinking I don't do it when there's other people around.
I'll let you know. I'll keep an eye out for that. I apologize. I'll try to speak. I'll try to speak clearly for everyone's benefit, which is probably what I should be doing anyhow. But life. All right, that gets me 2 of the holes into my cylinder, and then the third hole I believe does not go through. It is actually a hole that another piece, this guy right here,
Slots into.
MS. That's
It's probably M5.
name.
It's probably the.
Oh, it's a screw. Yeah, you're right. It is just a
yeah.
screw. Okie dokie. M5. So that's 22 off the bottom. So we'll go.
I don't feel as intimidated by doing a spring as I do doing threads.
Yeah, threads actually have a lot more math involved. I agree. 1.5, and then that goes in for 5. It should not go through. Nope. All right, so that's that piece done. Yes.
Oh, if it is MS, then it could be mild steel. That's a good point Andrew made.
That is definitely possible. All right, we should actually finish this assembly here before we throw this on there. If I can find this piece.
Oh yeah.
My only question is the length.
MS.
It does not have. Does it have a length? Well, 12 millimeters are threaded. But I don't see anything that shows the full length of this rod. Anybody have that number? Long enough.
What's going on?
Long enough.
It's as long as you need it to be.
Yeah. Stressing about details like that. All right. Well, it's a. So I'm gonna come in here. To pull this out.
Is the spring 09 or is that rod 09? No, it's the spring.
Okay. The spring is 12.7. But it doesn't. This is the part I'm missing right here. Is how far from
here?
Yeah.
And it doesn't appear to have a. It doesn't appear to have a part number.
All right, I'm gonna make it 25 because, and that's why. Then, I can adjust this after the fact too. So this comes out 12. This is the portion that's threaded, and then this portion also threaded. Comes out 5. Unhide all. Get my piece back, and this has a spring on it, which I say I'll come back to, and then a couple of nuts. So we can do that real quick. All right, so for right now, I'm going to call that good. These are actually kind of details that I kind of have fun sitting down, relaxing, and working on. But for right now, I'm just going to group that together. And that gets, oh, we need the lid. Here we are. Fairly straightforward here. Start with a circle. My overall outside is 16. That is then 4 tall. Then my inside circle is 10, which goes up 6. And a circle inside that's 4. 2. And it looks like I have another piece right here that drops down inside, which is 16. And let's say it drops down 1. So I'm going to draw one more circle. 8. And then pull that down 1. All right, last thing is our screw holes. These are, well, it should be the same, right? 13 from the outside. Oh, I don't have a good point to pull that from.
What happened?
I just pulled this up, so just go like that, drop that down, and then put a circle that is 4.
So I had to go and look, and it looks like Model Engineer magazine is still in publication and has been so since 1889.
Is that something we're talking about right now?
That's what I was talking about because I'm just staring at the word Model Engineer magazine right above where you're drawing that.
Oh, that makes sense. Let's pull that down. Big test right here is going to now be to slap this on the main cylinder and see what happens. See if it fits. Cylinder cover. Let's grab it by a screw hole and see. Sometimes things, they work.
This would be one of those plan comes together kind of moments.
That's right. I'm going to paste that in place into the group I just created. And then I think that's all of it. Well, I'd have some screws to go in here, but that will get rotated 90 degrees. And then I'll grab it by, that's right.
I know, Aaron. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the clock, and there is a chance you might make it.
I don't feel terrible about my odds right now. All right. I wonder if that is the length this is supposed to be. I'm also confused, like, I guess that just goes right up flush. I don't see any kind of like gasket or anything that connects this.
No.
Just this
metal on brass or whatever.
Yeah. So I'll take this to here. And then I can come into this. And if that was the case, then this guy would come back to here. How far was that? 9. So this guy come back 9. Grab these two, slide them back 9, and then my spring goes right there to put some tension, make those pieces pull towards each other. Cool.
Now I don't know what to do with that weird little gap there.
This
right
right
here. Do we know what's going to fit in there? Yeah. Do we have a piece we model for that?
I don't see anything. I think that's just like a heat sink kind of thing.
Okay. All right. Oh yeah. There's not going to leak fluid. I guess that'll work.
Yeah. Well, I was looking for an oil hole too, because thinking maybe oil goes through there, but the two holes here are the how the pressure goes back and forth between the two pieces. But yeah, so I'm not really sure what happens there. I can't think about that. You're trying to distract me. Stop it.
Sorry.
All right. That was 5. We're on to 6. 6 is an assembly of several pieces here. All pretty simple. Again, We'll start at the bottom here with this piece. Circle 13.5 divided in half is 6.75.
I'm trying to find. Oh, 6 is that little piston looking guy.
Yeah. That up 8.
You got quiet again.
Oh, I was mumbling. Was it just my mumbling? I'm sorry. I was literally talking down in a soft voice. So I got to project.
Everybody's really hoping. Everybody's really hoping that you're going to color everything to match the schematic when
I
we're
could
done.
probably do that. That doesn't sound too painful. 8 minus 1.5. 5.5. No, 7. Yeah, 6.5. Half of 6.5.
What are you, wait? What are we trying to figure out? 8 is the outer diameter of the piston thing. Is that what you're figuring?
There. I was trying to figure out this gap right here.
Oh,
There's a little inset for an O-ring right there. I did not, which I did not model this good. Let's do this. Let's do there. Then we're doing another circle. This is half of. Oh, I made this. This is basically everything's wrong. Let's start over. Right. So this should be. I modeled at this dimension, but it should be 16. So 16 would be 8. Pull that up. 3.25. Do a new circle inside. You know, it's funny because 6.75. This thing goes up 1.5. 1.5. This up here. I'll just copy all of it. There we go. I don't even need you. I don't need you, other faces. There we go. So there is that first piece. We'll put a circle in the middle of it, which is.
I'm not sure who a good person to ask about 3D printing, but Lawrence is wondering how well if this would be a good model to 3D print.
You know, I was thinking about that
But
myself. What would that be like to 3D print? Could be fun. My concern would be the strength of some of these parts.
well, you can 3D print something all day long, and it doesn't just as long as you're not expecting it to work as a machine.
Well, in theory, if you get the parts in there right, you could like. I wouldn't run steam through it, of course, but you could like blow on it, and it could, you know, move the pieces. Air pressure could push the pistons back and forth if you had enough, uh, you know, play in there. So it could work. It could work. I have a feeling
Huh?
it would be some repetitive. What was this? This was sorry. 06/3. Oh, I start at the bottom, work my way up. Okay. I'll go ahead and start coloring now to save myself a little bit of time later. I did model this as one solid piece. You could model that as 2 separate pieces, but I did not. All right, 602.
Yeah, I would imagine it would be machined as one solid piece too. So
Yeah, probably wouldn't try to machine the O-ring in though, which I did. So there's that. All right, so there's 8 inches that are threaded at the bottom, and then this goes up 59.
Maybe you should just get in the habit of saying the word units instead of inches or
Did I
meters.
say it again? Dang. I just gotta say a number. It doesn't. Units don't even matter. Units don't matter. Units don't matter. They don't matter. Okay. So this is kind of cool. This is a circle that's the edges are knocked off. So I'm gonna start with a circle of 5.5, and then what happens is at 7. So from here, I'm gonna go up 3.5, down 7. That gives me,
Look at all that math just happening. Like you don't even, like it's just ain't no thing.
yeah, that's how it just my thing. All right, let's go down 13. Certain numbers, certain things, man. Certain things, no issues. All right, below that, I have a circle of 7 that drops down 6. So let's pop underneath there. Go find the center. There it is. Let's just pull at the end. That's 7. Pull that down 6. Sometimes you get the bar. All right, 5 down. Let's use 5. C2.
Now I got to go. Now I got to go look at what BRZ means.
Be right, Zach. I don't think that's it.
Oh my God, that's what it means.
What are the odds?
Bronze or gunmetal? I guess bronze.
That makes sense. All right, mixed component. This is 06-1 or 06/1. And then,
What did we determine? 11. There's 11 parts.
I'm almost there. Almost there.
Wow, 7's a 3-parter again.
Actually, do this X-ray on.
That didn't work. There we go.
All right. And then all of those become a new component called 06. And 06 is piston plus rod. All right. And then that goes, I am assuming, grab that by this. Try an X-ray again. Align that with, I'm guessing, that hole right there.
Nope. It's going to be off center because that's the next piece connects the two.
Okay. We'll get to that in a minute then.
Because also your base that's lined up right now is going to be, look at drawing SAO 10.5 or 105. The thing gets kicked off a little bit, got like a 5-degree tilt.
Okay.
That's mild steel. That's not working. This is embarrassing.
Yeah, I was trying to color the component, but I colored the group that was holding it, so it took over. All right. 7.
Right. All right. So put the top there.
Okay. So we got a rod right here. That is 5. So 2.5. And then it goes up 4. Then it goes up 37.5. As long as I do each of these as separate push-pulls, and it goes up 3.5. That should get me the full length without having to math anything. That's not right. Why? Oh, because I did not. All right. There we go. 45.
There we go.
All right, and then this has holes that are 2.5 at 4 and 3.5. So, and it looks like, so I think in this case, I would probably make this a group temporarily. And then create a new circle that is 1.25. And then, yeah, it's the full length of those guys. Nah, we're going to keep you in the dark on that one too, buddy. You don't get to know.
Have fun.
All right, so that'll have a length of something. Let's do a nice round 10. We're going to do 10. Put that there. I'm just going to call this a pin. All right, now, if I take that and put that right here, slide it over like that, and then let's get it centered this way too. Find a midpoint to slide over to here. And that first one is going to, from the edge, move up 4, move vertically 4. And then I can option move it to make a copy and slide it up 37.5. 37.5. That, then, nope, not, I want the picture too. That becomes a new component called 07/3. I keep doing these backwards. I don't know what that's about. All right, let's do this little handle.
It's a countdown. You're doing everything in this as like a countdown. 3, 2, 1.
Like it.
Done.
I like it. Yeah. Finished. All right. So that little collar comes up 3.
So I think that, so your audio is doing it again. I think what's happening is your microphone is not like your mouth. You're aiming your mouth at not the microphone or something.
Yes, that is what the microphone's right here, and I'm talking down here. So I just have to keep my head up. I'm, you know. Yeah.
You just need to get you a lapel mic.
Yeah, I used to have one of those that I would wear, but I really didn't like that.
You should get a headset then.
Yeah, I guess so. Something.
I'm sure you'd like that more.
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad. I guess I'm not opposed to it. We'll figure it out. Well, I think it depends. Like, I think in this particular model, I'm doing a lot of looking down to read specific dimensions. So it's taking me down here a lot more. Whereas when I'm just making stuff up, I feel a little more confident.
You can close your eyes. You can look around.
Right. So 2.5 circle here, and then a 1.5 circle here. These both go all the way through. Make a new component. 072. Oh, and this does have a hole through here. So, which end does this go on?
Lawrence said you don't need to lean down. You could just zoom.
That's probably true.
Speaking of Zoom, why is that not one of the channels we're live streaming on?
Because everybody's tired of Zoom.
That's an option. It's so 2020.
Everybody's sick of Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use solid tools on this.
Wait. Oh, you're just making the hole. Okay, never mind.
I'm not going to do that. I'm going to intersect again. Reverse this face. When I reverse the face, it means the inside face will be on the inside rather than having the outside face in there and have to delete it afterwards. Let's grab it all. Intersect face. Selection. Delete. 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 Delete.
Speaking of the mic.
Delete. Delete. Delete.
Boom.
Awesome. Now, I'm assuming
You're quiet. Quiet for me.
I'm
I
mumbling.
think your mic might have has a sensitivity thing. No, we want to hear the mumbles, man. We want them.
I know. I'm agreeing with you. I don't have a solution right now, but I get it. I get it. It's coming from a good place, I guess.
Zoop, zop, zzz. Come on.
And then the last piece is just a screw. So
just a screw.
Could get a little fancier with the handle here, but no. 3.5. Pull that up 3. Then we have a 2 or 4, which becomes a 2. Pulled up 7. And then 1.5, which pulls up 4. 7/1. I haven't put a screw head in it yet, but I'll do that in a second. '07.
It's called the crank plus shaft.
Awesome. And then for screw head, I usually just do something like this. Line there in the middle, so I can. Oh, I'm not deep enough. I guess I don't need that middle line at all. There we go.
Bam.
All right, now let's get that on the device. Oh, I don't have the piece it goes to yet. I need a flywheel.
Hey, that's coming up.
Hey,
it's coming up real soon.
Nowish. All right. Just going to draw a circle. 40. Ooh, big circle. Then I'm going to another circle that is 70. And then,
And all you have to do is draw 2 of these, and then you can
yep,
radial array.
that's right. What I'm thinking about right now is this depth right here. What is this? So this whole thing is 10. Oh, 2.5. Okay. 2.5. And then option cut, push pull that up 5. So I should have 2.5 here, 2.5 here. We're awesome. And then yeah, we got a circle right here that is 25. So I'll do 12.5 there. And then I can grab that, as Jody said, a radial array. 90 degree. Wait, what?
Something's not working.
Oh no, that circle's not 12.5. That's the distance between the other two circles.
Yeah, so what you need to do is create a couple of guide circles that will be the center points for those circles.
How big are these?
Those are 25. That's the size of the size
but
of the
they
circle.
weren't. Yeah, I see
And
what you're saying.
small.
Yeah, yep. That is at 20. Then this circle, there we go, is 12.5. Erase all these extra. Yeah.
Mwah. Wah, wah.
Why are you being silly like
This is a fun game. There we go.
What do you mean no?
And I said, there we go.
There we go.
That's what I said.
Yeah, you were right. There we go.
Boom.
3x. There's those 3. I'm going to do this. I'm going to pull this through, get those out of the way. I'm going to grab all of this, make it a group. That way I can draw geometry on top to figure out where the rest of this stuff goes without screwing with my existing geometry.
Perfect.
All right, so find that point, pull this up. The outer circles are on a 55.
27.5, baby.
27.5. You did that math ahead for me, didn't you?
I'm trying to. I feel like I'm not contributing enough. So
No, works great. All right, and here's a cool thing that just happened. Because the segments of our circle are divisible by 24, I just have a snap point there. I don't even have to measure.
boom. It's almost like you planned it.
Yeah, I'll take credit for
Almost.
that. Why not? Almost. Yeah. Yeah, except for those of you who've been here before, probably know. That's what Bob Ross would call a happy accident. Anybody seen that movie yet? Is it out?
I've not. Is it out?
I don't know. I was curious.
Is that so? Have we reached that part of the show where we start talking about movies? Did you watch the Barbie trailer?
I saw a thumbnail for it and I kept scrolling.
I'll be honest with you, it looks pretty funny.
I'm sure it will be, but I don't know. I have a fundamental concern. I don't know.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. What is that Bob Ross movie called? Yeah, I gotta remember.
I feel like it should be called Happy Little Trees. But...
It should be. It's called Paint. And I don't know when it comes out. Wait. Today's opening day.
All right.
Look at that. So now what you can do, they'll make it a Good Friday. Maybe that's why, because he is such a good guy.
Slap some red on here. going to paint it all red because this will be easier to then, oops, come back.
Man, poor Transom is having a rough go of it today.
Is it because I'm
Sounded to
talking
use
quiet?
his
I'm sorry,
phone
Transom.
chat and no, it's he's having issues with his computer and his browser.
Okay, that's not on me. Thought I was ruining Transom's day.
I mean, you might still be. I'm just
That's true.
that's not the problem we're talking about right now.
This particular
Boom,
moment in
there
time. Oh, baby. I like it when things are good. All right, let's grab this right here.
So that was 8. What's number 9? Oh, 9's the spring.
Done.
9's the spring and 10's the little brass placard thing.
Oh, so we're kind of done. I mean, we're done with the functional parts. I didn't do screws. I didn't do, but the main sweeping parts.
And you need
are
to,
here.
and you've got to tilt that piston.
Yeah, and I gotta subtract this out. Here's what I'm gonna do for this. This will be kind of fun. I'm gonna grab, to cut the hole out for this, I'm just gonna grab this circle.
Oh, and also Bill pointed out that white is only on the outer edge of it, not along the, like the face is still red.
Oh, okay, that I can fix. I'm gonna come into here, edit, paste in place. Explode. Intersect base. Selection. Whoa, stuff got weird.
Weirder than normal?
Just a touch. A touch weirder than I feel comfortable with.
And then on one side of that, that only goes out as far as the thickness of the flywheel.
Oh, okay. I offset both sides.
Look at that. It's like reverse stitching. Unstitching?
Yeah. It's like a seam ripper. All right, let's fill that in. Get these guys. And this side?
Yep. That one's only as thick as that. Yep. It didn't like that. Oh, no.
I don't know what happened. My intersection caused some uneven break up there. Okay, so now I got to grab both of these guys and slide it back. Why are you not snapping? There we go. I just got to change the view. All right, that gets us pretty close. So this is kind of what I don't see anything sealing anything. So I was kind of wondering if there's supposed to be some bushings or something, but you can see there's just slight offset right here.
I think you just slather on a bunch of grease.
0.5 millimeter.
Well, but so that piece that you're looking at should be canted off to the side. Like scroll down on your drawing a little bit. Look at the bottom corner of your drawing. Because that thing should be in an angle. See
Yeah,
over there?
I'll get that. I was just wondering how tight this should be versus this. Like, where should this push? I have a 1/2 inch or a 0.5 millimeter to
Oh, okay.
play with. So
I see what you got.
I'm gonna scoot it this way. 0.5.
I thought it was just doing that because you hadn't tilted yet.
All right, so we'll take those guys and we will find a center point to rotate about. We'll rotate it. Let's do 45 degrees. Now I can take this and yes, all of that. That should rotate about this point. We can come grab this. And then if I It's not going to be 45 degrees though, because it's not rotating from the same point. So what I'll have to do is go take the center of this circle and rotate that to the center of this circle. Oh, look at that!
Man.
I am very proud of myself right now. And then
So ideally, when you're working with mechanical drawings, with technical drawings, if you did it right, it should just work, right?
Oh, it's very, very close, but it's not perfect. It's just slightly off. So, which I don't know if that was me or if that was. Well, let's be honest. It was probably me. Just slightly. Oh, just so off.
Mm.
Looked like it was it. Oh, baby, look at that.
Turn it.
I like it. I like it a lot.
So now I'm curious. So that spring basically just allows the bottom of it to kind of move.
Right.
Like putting a spring on the other side so it's going to move in and out a little.
Right. I think that
interesting.
that pressure pulls it so you can tighten these nuts, and there's two nuts so they'll lock together so they won't back up, but it keeps that spring so that it's pulling against it but not mechanically fastened to it because it has to move. So the pressure is enough to push it away just enough for it to shift so it moves from one side to the other.
So what is the purpose of that little nipple there on the bottom on the sides there?
This is water in.
Oh,
steam in, steam out.
I got you.
And then this, so that when it shifts back and forth, that hole goes from one side to the other. And then it spins the circuit, spins the wheel. Cool, simple design.
Pretty neat.
And I colored things. I colored as requested. It's not all white like sometimes it is. Should we do the sign real quick? Let's do the sign super fast and then we'll call it.
Okay. So it's interesting. The screws that hold the plate onto the base, those don't appear to be parts. That's just like do that on your own time.
Get a screw, Wait, you need me to tell you how to get a screw? You need that?
Obviously, you just go to the hardware store.
Yeah, these instructions are a little jaded. Where did it go? Right here.
So you only have to create one circulation of the spring, so that becomes pretty. That part is like once you do that, then the rest is butter.
So are you telling me that people want to see the spring? Is that what's?
It was mentioned, said threads and spring. I'm not going to tell you to do the threads, but unless you're just ambitious.
I was pretty straightforward about this threads thing.
You're an anti-thread.
I'll take it.
The screws I use at home, I don't like. I use unthreaded screws as well, so I get it.
I call them nails.
Yeah. All right. Yep. Lawrence is also chiming in. There is the spring. I think the spring has to happen, and you can do that in.
I'll do it.
5 minutes.
Sure. 1 millimeter thick. All right. So I'm going to pull it up. Offset. And then I'm going to use 3D text. H.
You look like the right. Looks like the right font.
I'll stretch it. Extruded. 0.5 meters. Oh yeah, this is probably real.
You're gonna want to make that bigger. Ooh, stretch. Ooh, stretch. Bam.
All right.
The letters are red.
Okay.
The back is brass. Yes, I use a speed wrench or an impact wrench.
All right. So I don't have a fancy. Uh,
The suspense is killing me.
Spring thing.
Spring fling.
I obviously can't talk and do this at the same time. There we go. What? What the crap? 52 plus 5 is 62, right?
Based on the math I've done.
62. Apart.
I'm going to guess.
I'm thinking the
Yeah, those
holes are
screws are too
wrong.
far apart.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the holes are. If you
You
go
know
back and
what?
look at that.
You know what? I know
Yeah.
wood well enough to know that
Yeah.
you can just screw that in. You don't need a pilot hole.
Yeah,
We're
just
good.
self tapping. That's right. Or
Right.
once you put use a little double sided tape on the back of that, put it where you want it, drill a pilot hole, bam.
Right. Let me see how big the spring needs to be. What are we? 3. Okay. So the inside spring will be 3.5. So I'm going to draw a circle, 24 sides again, 1.75. I'm going to. No, that's too steep. Grab that little edge. Oops, that was not.
We can disclaim that this may not be the exact tension or
Yeah. Well, the problem
this
with
is
the
a generic spring.
it's literally meant to move in and out as you tighten those nuts, so it'll be rough to get this perfect. But I don't need it to be perfect right now. Right now, I just need a spiral. So for a spiral, I'm going to grab that. I'm going to go to the center. Why? Give me the center. Why are you being like this? All right. Option. I'm going to copy it here. 23x. One from all the way around. I'm going to go on the side. Grab all those edges. Move them. Option up 1. 23x. So now I have 24 spirals. All go in the same spot. Get rid of this. I'm going to triple click this. Make that into a group. And then that's really all I need.
You can tell we've reached the end because everybody's being excessively helpful in their suggestions.
Nice. Thanks, guys.
Lawrence pointed out that the spring pitch is 1.27 uncompressed. And Transom said to don't forget the ambihelical hex nuts. It's just fun to say ambis anything.
Ambiguous. All right. I'm going to take those. Actually, it said 10 pieces. So I'm going to take all of those. I'm going to make that into a group. Go in that group. I'm going to explode the individual coils.
I'm going to guess that the spring is using spring steel, so it'd be its own new material. We'll call it white because it's not actually on the model. Oh, yeah, it is in the model. SA 102.
I'm going to take that
Boom.
and to get it to the right spot. And then I can do a little adjusting. There we go. And if I wanted to take it just a skosh further, actually what I should do is I should align the center of, oh,
All right, it's 2:00. Stop.
yeah. I'm not good at that. All right, put that right there. And then one last thing. I come in here. Do like a 6-sided circle.
That's a good hack right there for anybody that's ever trying to extrude a shape along a coil like this.
Yes. Tools. Follow me. Clickety click.
Boom.
A spring. I've peaked. There's nowhere to go but down. Yeah, I mean the last things I would do would probably be draw a couple screws and nuts and stuff to keep this all together, but yeah, that's fine. Which okay.
And next week we'll get whoever's on duty next week to go in and bring in the hoses and hook up the
Yeah,
the water.
Tyson's done that before. He can handle that sort of work. He's good at that. I'm just covering up this. I'm covering up the holes is all. Can't see the holes. It doesn't look like I didn't finish.
The rivets. We'll say the rivets.
Perfect.
Or unthreaded screws.
There. Hey, still works. So, here real quick. Watch this. Well, here's a quick hack to make it a rivet. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna scale it about the middle, and then I'm gonna soften.
Just like that.
Go.
All right. Well done.
Quickly.
Attaboy. Flip it.
Cool.
That looks like the perfect Easter steam engine.
Happy Easter, everybody. Cool. That was fun. Yeah, I guess maybe I was a little cold. I was running a little cold there on the plan reading and screwed that wood part up and spent 10 minutes longer on that wood piece than I should.
You could have actually put slots into those screws had you not screwed up the wood block.
Seriously, it's all because of the wood block. Some dramatic lighting, Tyson style. Cool. Well, hey, thanks for joining us, guys. That was a lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you learned something. Let us know if you did. Let us know in the comments. Also, let us know if you have any ideas of things that you think would make good models. Not just individual like buildings or things like that, but concepts. If there's an idea that you think would make a good live model, do let us know.
I'd like you to do the concept of sadness.
Ooh, abstract modeling. I like that. I'll show you sadness. You model Notre Dame for an hour and then close SketchUp without saving.
And then
that's sadness.
And then turn it into a Mustang.
A Cobra with a video card on the seat. Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. This was a lot of fun. Appreciate your time. Appreciate you hanging out, spending your time with us. Come back next week. Eric's gonna do some layout stuff. It's gonna be pretty cool. He's got a couple ideas he's fine-tuning right now, but it's gonna be layout and it's gonna be a good one. So right back here, wherever you're joining us, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, hang out with us again next week and learn some layout. It's gonna be good. All right, but now we'll call it. So yeah, if you get a chance, go ahead and like this. A lot of you have commented. Appreciate it very much. Thank you. And I'll try to talk into the mic better next time, I guess. Apparently that's an issue. Maybe I need to put my mic
That's
down here. Yeah.
Maybe so.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys.
Thanks a lot, everybody. Happy Easter.
Yep.
Happy Good Friday.
Happy day. See you guys next time.
See ya.